Hello, my name is Umut and I was born in Turkey in 1978. I entered the medical faculty in Izmir. After graduating the medical faculty, there was a national medical exam, among all doctors, and I entered this exam. I got the highest 10 degree in this exam and accepted to the ophthalmology residency. So, in other words, I would become an eye surgeon after finishing this residency. In 2005, I finished my residency program and I got ophthalmology degree. I learned I have a muscular dystrophy, which is a muscle disease and a progressive disease. At those days, I was able to walk without getting any help. But these days, for example, I am unable to walk without cane or without someone's help. After getting this degree, I was planning to go to Africa, to go to poor places in the world. I got married in 1999 and my husband and my parents didn't want me to go to Africa as well, because of my disease and the difficulties of living in Africa. So I decided to go to Africa. In Somalia, we built an operation room to operate cataract and glaucoma patients. In Africa, our ordinary day was like we wake up around 5 a.m. and after 6 a.m. we started to examine people. Actually, we examined around 200 people within 4 or 5 hours. Then we entered the operation room and started operations until 11 or 12 p.m. and we make around 40-50 surgeries in one day. After completing operations, I went out with my team. They understood something happened bad to us and maybe I couldn't go to Africa again if I turn to Turkey. But I decided to turn Turkey. They arrested many pregnant people, many disabled people. One day the police came to our home and arrested my husband, and 6 days later the police called me to arrest me as well. And then I started to hide from police. Then I decided to leave from Turkey, but I couldn't leave from Turkey in legal way because the police was searching me, and I found smugglers and I gave my all money to them to take me to the border of Turkey to Greece. They planned me to walk in the forest. But it was impossible for me. I think the hardest day for me, I was extremely cold, was that day. Actually, I had a Canadian visa, visitor visa, and my friend knows that, and she told me. She asked me if I send my visa's photos to her, and I sent it, and she bought a flight ticket to Toronto without asking me. After coming to Canada, I lost everything, as well as my degree. And if the coup attempt didn't happen in Turkey, I would become a professor instead of being a professor in prison in Turkey. I would prefer to be a person with no qualities in Canada. At the same time, I am planning to start a school in Toronto. This is a naturopathic medicine, and there is a graduate program in Toronto. Canada embraced me when I was extremely desperate, and I am happy to be here because there is a mosaic in Canada. I am proud of being a member of this mosaic of Canada.